Introduction. If you want to create a life that you love and learn how to turn thoughts into things that make your life more fulfilling and enriched, then I'm happy you're here, because I'm sure you do want more out of life. You saw the title and generally hope that this will teach you those missing pieces that you've been searching for. Opening the Wizard's Gate will teach you the complete process to create more in your life. Create a life you love for more fulfillment and satisfaction. The problem. You feel like you were meant for something bigger, and you want more, but there seems to be something holding you back. You seem to hit these limits, get stuck, and can't seem to get past them. So you think, well, it must be me, and you start working on yourself. So you read countless books on personal development, books on how to make more money, the law of attraction, attend seminars, buy courses, try meditation, past life healing and more. You make some progress, but get stuck and slide backwards. You try again, move forward, slide back, and sometimes you get what you wanted, but then you can't hold on to it. It becomes a cycle, a constant loop. You make some progress, stall, make progress, stall, repeat, until eventually we give up and we think, well, I can't have that. I'll try something else. The weight loss journey is a good example of this. People lose some weight, gain some weight, lose some, gain some, and then give up. We make goals and promises to ourselves and we promise to change. We make resolutions, but we can't stick to them. Thoughts create reality, but not every thought manifests. If you're like me, at some stage, from everything you've read and learned, you know that thinking creates your reality, but you're still looking for that missing piece. The process you're about to learn will allow you to consciously create anything you truly desire. You'll also learn how to determine your true values and how to get aligned with those new choices, so you can really live and create according to the life that you truly desire. And this is how you open the Wizard's Gate. I hope you're excited and ready to become a super conscious creator. Prerequisites. Before you start this journey, an important pre-step to this process is that you must be 100% satisfied with the life you have now and desire to create more of what you love. The magnetic alignment meditation will help you get into this state while aligning you with your true choices. You cannot and must not focus on problem solving. Focusing on problem solving leads to a life of more problems. You must learn to let go of the old structure and create a new way of being in the world. You must define yourself as a powerful creator and not a powerless victim. The past cannot be changed, but the future is a blank canvas. This is the big turning point. You do not need to create based on problem solving or solving something to make it better. The now can be everything you could ever ask for. Realize that when you achieve what you want, you won't magically change and suddenly feel different. You will still be you, but life will just be bigger. The process in action. It is true that we create everything with our thoughts and feelings. We get everything by thinking about it and then having an associated feeling that causes us to make action. If I feel thirsty, I think about drinking a glass of water. And if I don't immediately get it, but my thirst continues and increases, my want for water continues, until the want for water is enough for me to get up, go to my kitchen, get a glass, fill it with water and drink it. And I now feel good as I'm not thirsty anymore. I created that. I manifested that. I wanted water and I got it. You're probably thinking that that's just the law of attraction, right? Well, not quite. Let me explain. The scenario I just described was achieved using the 5 steps of conscious creation, not the law of attraction. The missing pieces. That simple scenario contains the missing pieces that even the movie The Secret missed. Yes, thoughts and feelings are important, and getting into the end result and seeing the outcome is another. The missing pieces are structure and aligned action. When you really understand these 5 steps that I'm going to teach you, you'll realize that everyone, you and I included, have created everything in our lives. And this gives us leverage, because if we've created this reality, then we can allow ourselves to create something different and create a better, different reality. The 5 steps to becoming a super conscious creator. Step 1, plant the seed, a true choice. You must choose what it is you would love to create and plant that thought seed. A lot of us aren't choosing what we love. We're just choosing to fix a problem. Maybe not to be anxious or lonely, or just choosing to have something because of circumstance. And that's where we get things wrong. You can't choose from a place of lack or from a problem mindset. You have to find a true choice, something that we just want because we love it for no other reason. You know you have a true choice because you just want it for no other reason than you just want it. And once you have chosen that, you step into the feeling of the end result. When you want to create something, the first thing you do is step into the end result. Feel and experience what it's like to be already done. This is where the law of attraction has a flaw, teaching you that all you need to do is visualize and feel. But that's not true. There's not a single successful person that has just chose it, felt it, and then waited for it to show up. There are many things you could focus on creating in this lifetime, but only some of them are what you truly love. Creating what you love is our priority. To do so, we will first focus on creating the magnetic moment. So you're in a creative orientation and not a problem-solving one. You may need to focus on making this shift for a number of months because you've been in a problem-solving orientation for decades. The old patterns are hardwired into neurology. And you must open the gate and have it all now. Only then can you create from a place of no resistance and not fighting your identity the whole way. To enter the magnetic moment and step into the new structure, you need to make 4 core choices as a superconscious creator. The 4 core choices to reorientate yourself are: I choose to live my true nature and purpose. I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. I choose to live a life I love. I choose to be healthy and vital. Until you are living these 4, you won't be ready to move on to the second level of superconscious creation. And these are the basic building blocks to create that structure that allows flow to happen. Every single person on the planet can choose these 4 now. They are not problem solving, they create. They create a new reality, a new structure, a new orientation. And once you've mastered the magnetic moment and you are living the 4 core choices, it's time to tune in to what you would really love to create. Now life really gets magical. What would you really love to create for no other reason than we just love to have it? And this is the truth. This is why you are on this planet. And there's nothing more fulfilling than turning your highest desires and loves into reality. Life becomes so much more fun. So this is step 1. Step 2 is to create structural tension. Everything seeks equilibrium, and without tension, there's no change. This step blew me away and is another missing piece to becoming a superconscious creator. Let me explain structural tension. If I pull back on a bow with an arrow, I create structural tension, and the bow wants to return to its normal position, and the arrow will move forward to seek equilibrium because of the direction of the tension. So to create structural tension, you would need to feel the difference between what it would be like when you have it compared to what it's like now. And this creates structural tension. That I want to be there and I'm here now, and notice what is different. This is the tension that pulls us towards the end result. Most people don't do this. They visualize, feel, and just go, this is what I want. But there's no tension. There's nothing pulling them towards what they want. So this is how you create the structural tension to open the wizard's gate. This is a closed eyes process. So read through or listen and then give it your best to come back to it. Start with the first choice. I choose a life I love. And allow yourself to fully experience being true, and teach yourself and your body exactly how it will be in your new reality. Connect to your heart center and feel the moment. Take a few breaths in with your eyes closed and choose the end result of living a life that you love, and feel what it's like to have that now. Accept it as truth and build a full sensory experience of living it. Then ask yourself an open-ended question to expand into possibility. What are all the possible ways I could have this? Notice what comes to you and feel it. Ask another open-ended question and feel it. What would I love to create to feel this even more? And then open your eyes and repeat this process with the other 3 orientational choices. I choose the end result of being the predominant creative force in my life. I choose the end result of having health and vitality. I choose the end result of living my true nature and purpose. And spend at least 12 minutes on this exercise, 3 minutes per choice. Then ask yourself, how did that feel? Did you notice how your body felt alive by those choices? Using the emotion of your end result is vital from a structural and intuitive perspective. Step 3, live in the emotion of the end result. You must meditate every day to get you into the end result consistently, and the inner fire meditation is fantastic for this. You need to ignite those feelings regularly to make new neural connections permanent, to light them up and keep them firing until they're their dominant pathway. You can't just do it once and then you're done. You must get into the emotion of the end result every day. And this holds the tension that will continue pulling you towards the end result. Every day, you're either recreating what you had in the past or you're creating your future. And that's why daily meditation is so important. Every morning, for about 15 minutes, you should step into the emotion of the end result so that when you move forward, you're also moving in the right direction towards the end result. Step 4, find and unpack resistance. Resistance is what stops you from achieving the end goal. The process is called recoding, where you recode and change conflicting habits, beliefs, and feelings with new ones. And this step is essential. Resistance shows itself up as roadblocks that seemingly come from nowhere, internal limitations that pop up as you're really going for it. You start thinking, maybe I don't know enough. I'm not sure if I can do this. This won't work. The resistance pulls you back to the current reality, and we start the loop of, I'm not good enough and I need to work on myself again. By uncovering and unpacking resistance, we can then recode these internal limitations. So each morning, when you step into the end result and ask yourself, what is it that I've got to do today to move me towards this result today? And you can do it without hitting any mental or emotional roadblock. So first you ask yourself, what is in the way? And when you do that, resistance is pushed into the active experience, ready for you to recode it. And once you've allowed the resistance to pop into the active experience, you can connect to the superconscious and recode the instructions it gives. In a perfect world, you would have a goal and then be able to just go for it, and you'll get there easily. For most of us, we have an identity with certain unwanted beliefs, which produces resistance to taking the necessary action. So when you have your true end results that you'd really love to create, and you've stepped into the creative structure, your identity predictably resists. It doesn't want change. So in entering a new structure, you pop resistance into your active experience and uncover it. And once you discover what's in the way, you can then get into the step into the superconscious field and change the instructions. Remember, all resistance is just information that was useful in the past. And once all the resistance is neutralized, you get to install the result of the new emotions that we want. So you let go of what you don't want, giving the unconscious new orientation instructions. And the three simple steps to removing all limitations are: 1, uncover; 2, change; 3, install. When we do a recode, many people get a physical sensation and experience profound shifts, while others feel nothing. However, everybody notices that for some strange reason, behaviours that used to be difficult are now easy. And everyone reports that they can easily flow towards what they really desire. Neuroscience has proven that our brain is plastic and can change its structure. In fact, this is how learning takes place. New connections can be made, old ones reconsolidated and reorganized. Remember, you're a creative energy and you created it all. Own the resistance, which was once useful at a time, and recode it. Here are some open-ended questions that you can use to uncover your own resistance. What do I believe that I have to be or do or have in order to create the end result or take the best action? What do I believe about myself in relation to creating this end result? What do I believe about the end result? What emotions are stopping me? How am I defining myself in relation to the end result? What am I assuming? Where am I giving the power? What would I have to risk being true if I went for the end result? What internal conflicts do I have about the end result or action? These questions trigger the unconscious into sharing its coding. It's like seeing all the rocks in the way of the flowing ocean. Once you can see them, you can move them. Now the superconscious needs to do the next step, which is to change the instructions. And it's good to create a measurement of how much resistance is there when you start. And this allows you to remember where you were before you started, so you can see the change at the end. So if 10 out of 10 resistance is like swimming upstream, and 0 out of 10 is like an easy float downstream, how would you rate your level of resistance? Write that down. To change the instructions, you simply connect to your superconscious by dropping into your heart or stepping into innocence and asking for the treatment. And once you've asked for the change, you simply get out of the way and notice what's different. I usually say something like, "Superconscious, do you see the resistance to the end result? Can you please treat it perfectly?" Once I ask for the change, I let go, surrender, and ask myself, what is different? After a few minutes, I may ask for more change, or I may simply move on to the last part, which is to install the new emotional way. So this is instructions for step 4. First of all, we uncovered the resistance using questions. We own the fact that you are superconscious and that you created this resistance. You go into your heart or innocence, then you connect to the superconscious, command to treat the current coding, and then visualize and experience the end result as if it's happening now to install the emotion of it. This brings us to step 5. Take aligned action. Without any resistance, you're able to take the required action and turn your thoughts into reality. You're always in action. And in order to create, you must follow through on all instructions from the superconscious. You must take actions that will bring you closer to your result. Always ask yourself this question: what would the person I'm becoming do right now? This creates momentum, because without action, we remain stagnant. Taking aligned action is what gets you to your end result. Without action, we're just dreaming. A review of the 5 steps. So the first step is to choose what you'd love and to have it for no other reason than you just love to have it. To be financially free, have a nice car, have a great relationship, start a charity. Maybe you'll just love to have more energy or love to have a healthy body. So you just choose it. The second step is to create tension. Compare where you are now to where you'd love to be, and how do they differ? Step 3 is every day you live from the emotion of the end result. You feel the end result and ask yourself, what's stopping me from that? Step 4 is to unplug and recode. Replace old habits, beliefs and feelings with new ones, and step into your new reality and complete the process with step 5 by taking appropriate action. Because we have to stop trying to fix ourselves. Fixing something implies that we're broken, and our identity becomes that of someone who's broken and needs fixing. And that's simply not true. You're totally fine. You're amazing. So just go and choose what you love, create structural tension, get into the emotion every single day, and ask yourself, what's stopping me from being that person? Let go, take action, and things will happen. The 5 steps of conscious creation provide the perfect roadmap to create massive change in your life. And I've had massive changes using these, and I've seen many people have massive changes as well. So these steps will truly help you and anyone create the identity, reality, and the life that you really want.